You've survived so much pain you barely remember. But there's one wound you can't shake, the one that feels personal. It's the hurt that fits you too well, as if someone studied your weakness before striking. Most pain eventually fades, but this one lingers. It's a pattern that finds you in every room, silent and exact, a bruise that never disappears. You outgrow other wounds by force of will, but this one waits for you. You don't talk about it, but you know its weight. The pain that fits you so precisely it could have been made for you. The proof is quiet, but it's there. Every time your hands settle on the wheel after a hard conversation, tracing the outline of what never leaves. Before this ends, you'll see the exact moment your shape met the pain that would change you, and why nothing else ever could. You realize you're not haunted by every pain, just the one that fits you too well to escape. You're parked outside your own house, engine off, dusk pressing in. The conversation is over. Words landed wrong, trust chipped away, and now you're alone, hands gripping the wheel, replaying every moment. You don't move. You let the silence fill the cabin, feeling where the pain became personal, not just another argument, but the kind of wound that knows your exact shape. You try to breathe, but it sits with you, heavy and private, refusing to fade. You don't reach for your phone. You don't open the door. You just hold the wheel and let the moment burn itself in. You only feel alive when the pain is specific. You replay the same wound, not to solve it, but to make sure you never miss it again. At work, you avoid certain conversations, not out of fear, but because you already know which words will cut too close. You keep your armor intact, sidestepping the hit you know would land. The more you dodge that pain, the more it learns to find you, sharper, quicker, more precise every time. Some wounds know your name before you speak. The pain that changes you is always the one that fits your blind spot. You can face chaos and stay clear, but a betrayal that mirrors your deepest fear will leave you unraveling in private. After the conversation, you sit in silence, feeling the shape of the wound, one you've met before, one that knows how you're built. The world rewards you for surviving pain that doesn't belong to you, but the only pain that ever remakes you is the one that was always waiting for you. The right pain doesn't scar, it rewrites. You tell yourself the silence is strength. In the meeting, you swallow your reaction, convincing yourself you're above the sting. But every time you refuse to let that pain change you, it deepens. In the car, you don't say the words out loud. You let them sit, unspoken, and the pain sharpens. Every defense you built now keeps the wound alive. You hesitate before every decision. You start to wonder if you're moving forward or just avoiding the same wound again. Still in the car, you replay the choice you didn't make, questioning if you're protecting yourself or just stuck. You can't go back to not knowing. Every decision now carries the shadow of that pain, and you start to question if you'll ever move without looking for it first. You measure yourself by what you endure in silence. You hold back until it counts, replaying slights for weeks, trusting less each time. You wait for the moment to act, but when it comes, you wonder if you even recognize yourself anymore. You almost speak, but the words dissolve before they reach the air. Everything you don't say becomes the map you live in. The engine cools, your hands are still. The cabin is thick with everything you didn't say. Nothing moves, but something in you has already changed. Most people never see the pattern for what it is. Noticing it even once, alters the way it holds you. Recognition is not rescue, but it is a form of quiet resistance. You are no longer sleepwalking through the same wound. The moment you see how the pain fits, you are not fully inside it anymore. You can feel your hands cooling on the wheel, the air in the cabin thick with what you didn't say, and realize you're watching the pattern move instead of being moved by it. Sometimes all that happens is this. You notice the exact second the pain feels too familiar. That's enough to shift the balance, even if nothing else changes. There is a next step after noticing. The map doesn't end here. You already know which pain keeps you circling the same questions. The free Archetype PDF below maps the hidden pattern behind this, using your birth date, birth time, and birthplace to name one of 144 archetypes, so you can see exactly where it starts working against you, and how much of your silence is just the shape of that pattern repeating.